Okay, good afternoon. I'd like to call the order to the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works. Roll call.
Val Gomez.
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
Douglas Powers.
Present.
Okay, next we have minutes of the regular meeting of November 22nd, 2021. Entertain a motion to approve as written.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
We have no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on our agenda is a bid opening for Roxana Sewer Project from engineering.
Good night. Good night.
Julio, can you give your name for the record?
Yeah.
So, your name, so she could write it.
Okay. Julio Arichavala, city engineer. Okay. Now we have only one package for the proposal 2021 Roxana neighborhood.
Okay.
It's for pipelining in the city of East Chicago. This company is National Power Routing. It's a Chicago company. Just one.
It's National Power Routing?
National Power Routing.
Okay.
RODDING. They have okay. The total bid is $1,991,655. 1,991,655. And our criteria is $1,960,985. 1,960,985. It's just one. Let me. I give you the answer to the end to the meeting.
Okay, you're going to review the paperwork, make sure the paperwork's all correct,
Yeah.
and you'll get back to us at the end of the meeting?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only bid we received?
Yeah. Just one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have the award of proposals of asbestos abatement at 1907 Broadway.
Excuse me, are we going to?
Oh, wait a minute.
professional claims?
No, excuse me, we have professional claims. We had amended the agenda. Next on is professional claims management. We have a letter from professional claims management who handles our insurance providers. Dear Mr. President, Professional Claims Management Incorporated, PCM, is recommending the transfer of the current health plan administration to a new insurance carrier, Aetna, effective January 1st, 2022. I attached a copy of PCM's proposal for the City of East Chicago. PCM analyzed two, Aetna, Anthem, and two competitive carriers, Anthem and Aetna, had the most competitive programs based on benefits and costs. United Healthcare declined to quote. We reviewed the proposals of Mr. Bennett, the mayor's financial officer, Val Gomez, city controller, Alicia Lascivious, Kim Anderson, and Nikki Micah. There should be no increase in the cost for 2022, but the medical benefits will remain the same. And she included the proposals from Aetna, the comparison, and from Anthem. And the annual total for Aetna will be $221,136. The mayor's office agreed with their recommendation, and so did the controller's office. Do we have any questions or comments on professional claims recommendation?
Does this affect the
It'll
amount
be,
of,
it'll be effective January 1st.
I was gonna say, does this affect the amount of practitioners or people that you can see, for medical-related issues? Do we know that, or?
No, matter of fact, one reason they picked them, besides that they were lower in a lot of categories, was that we'll be able still to continue to go to the Illinois Hospital, University of Chicago, Northwestern, everything's included, so.
I've got nothing further.
No, no questions.
Okay. There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the recommended provider from Professional Claims Management of Aetna in the amount of $221,136. And also in my motion, authorizing the board president to sign any forthcoming paperwork, because we hope to get the plan is scheduled to go into effect January 1st, so they'll be submitting some paperwork that we will need signed between now and then. So in the motion, I'd like to approve the recommendation and also allowing the board president and myself to sign any papers between now and January 1st.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now we'll go to the award of proposals of asbestos abatement at 1907 Broadway.
Unfortunately, we did do a request for proposals. We did not receive one. We did it from Northwest.
We didn't receive, no?
No.
Oh. Isn't that unusual?
That's unusual. So we did it in Northwest Indiana Environmental, Midwest Service Group, and M&O Environmental Company. Scope of the work is fairly small, but we did not receive.
So you're going to try again, or so we'll
Yes.
table this now?
Yes, we could. for
Okay.
Next meeting.
Okay, put that on for next meeting. Okay, next on our agenda, it's Safe Environmental. This is for 514 West 148th Street for asbestos removal. This is from the building department. This proposal is in amount of $2,350. Building department would like to make the recommendation at this meeting of 12/13/21 to award Safe Environmental for the asbestos removal at the aforementioned location of 514 West 148th. Did I cover everything, James? James?
Yeah, I think it was for 2,350, not 2,800.
Oh, you're right. My mistake. 2,350. Okay. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further comments or questions, entertain a motion to approve Building Department's recommendation for safe environmental for 514 West 148th Street asbestos removal in an amount of $2,350.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have for Americo Incorporated, we have several agreements. First one is for professional service design of duplexes. Let's see this one. The amount is $9,810. It's for architectural design. Any questions or comments?
Yeah, I have a few. So it says it's for architectural design, but when I'm looking at the description of services, it's talking about environmental consulting. So is this for like environmental work or? Because the description reads Miracle Inc. is pleased to offer you environmental consulting services for the specified project. Miracle will perform services consistent with applicable regulations and standards to ensure that all current local, state, and federal rules and regulations are complied with while providing the most cost-efficient means of satisfying the client's need. So is this like a change order from a previous request, or is this, what is this?
It's just for the design of the townhome, but it's not for environmental. It's for the drawings, the plans, for the duplex, and with the idea that it'll be a design that will also be used at the West Calumet region. I do have John Blasky here that could.
So, and yeah, I mean, 'cause my questions are I don't see anything mentioned about the West Calumet homes. I see it talking about environmental consulting as a description. Looks like scope of work deals, specifically with architectural rendering, and, is there a program or project in place by the building department that allows for you hiring someone as an architectural designer through consulting rather than having to bid those services out?
It should, when Zach prepared the proposal, he should have pulled that out, but he overlooked it, and that's why it says that. It should have said architectural services on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's the design of the.
So this
duplex
is someone that works,
with environmental.
this is someone that works for Americo. This isn't the M2KE design company?
That's who we would probably use, David Hill, to design it.
So, Richard, are we able to approve of contracts that have someone who's subcontracting through someone else rather than hiring the contract with them without bidding this out, or?
No. This is America was the one that was able to design the home that we had designed. This is for the duplex. So this was you have a rendering of what it is that was presented, and this is one that we have looked. It is the design. David.
It's the same as we did with the other house. I mean, I could have David Hill submit the proposal directly to Mike.
Well, honestly, I'm just asking questions to try to get some clarification, because, so there isn't specific departments that have the ability to just, procure people for hiring architectural design without having resolutions in place. Trying to get some clarification. I don't know if anyone has any other questions other than what I've asked her.
No, I'm just,
No. Because it does cover under scope of work that,
that's,
Yeah, it's within the scope of work, the
Designs.
architectural design. Yeah, there's just clerical.
yeah, that would have to.
Do
be
you know if
corrected.
have you received any information about this? Are we able to, have a contract with someone who's solely subcontracting the work through another firm? Or
well, we
should we
do
table
it
this
under, we
request?
do it under projects where the contractor and their subcontractors, and usually the contractor,
would hire a subcontractor.
Yeah, but there's nothing being done by Americo. This is
We
all
do a
just,
lot of it. My draftsman does the drafting, and David's the registered architect who reviews and signs off on that. So it is a collaboration of work. there.
Okay.
It's not just, if it was just David, I'd just give it to you guys directly, because
gotcha.
less thing for me to deal with, but it's a coordination and all that stuff. And my draftsman actually does the drafting of the work, so, and Zach does the coordination of presentations, so. I've actually been working with David for probably 25 years, so that's the guy I like to work with,
Mhm. Well, if you could get us just, I'll act on it. If you just get us a little clarification to his questions, and we could attach it to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if we can follow that up with the additional documents, what this is for, showing that, this isn't just for architectural design, whether this is for proposed homes, what the project scope is, whether it's an amendment or not.
It is for architectural design.
But we're not just asking for architectural design drawings, they're for something else, I would assume.
It's for
Like
architectural
Calumet you
design,
mentioned.
Yes, and for the West.
Mhm.
Yep, if we can have, few things tweaked,
Definitely.
those are my questions. I got
Okay.
nothing further.
We not any other questions or comments?
No, no.
There
This
being,
mimics, well, I do. This mimics basically what we did previously.
Correct.
okay, there being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve professional service design for the duplex, proposal number P21.2565, with the request that any added information be submitted to the board so we could attach the proposal.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay,
You tomorrow or something? Sure. Thank you.
thank you. Next, we have Phase 1 Environmental Site Assessment for West Cayman Neighborhood. This is for scattered residential. Here we have Alexander Properties, $4,925 lump sum. Kennedy Properties, $1,950. The Cook Properties, $1,950 lump sum. Melville Properties, $3,850 lump sum. And these this would be scattered sites 3B. 13,475. That's the amount. So it also includes, be advised, the per site cost for sampling has been adjusted based on the increase for additional samples and the decrease in cost based on the volume of the project. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Miracle's Phase 1 Environmental Site Assessment for scattered residential properties in the West Cayman neighborhood.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Environmental Professional Services for West Cayman. This is for the new construction. And this has a site evaluation, individual sites, 6,720. The property rate per site based on volume, $5,913. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal? This is only for new construction then.
These are going to be for 25 sites, so there are 3 parcels or more.
Mm-hmm.
And they will do the soil management plans. They'll do soil borings, prepare them to get them ready for new construction.
Okay. Any questions or comments on this proposal, Environmental Professional Services?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Environmental Professional Services for new construction site evaluation in the West Cayman neighborhood, proposal number P21.2504.2.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have the Phase 2 Environmental Site Assessment. This is for 2106 through 20 Columbus Drive. This is from America also, from the Building Department. And the amount of this is $18,620. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
So, does either the city or the Department of Redevelopment currently own this property? Okay.
So, redevelopment this.
Just-
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Nope.
There being no further questions or comments, to entertain a motion to approve Phase 2 environmental site assessments for 2106 through 2120 Columbus Drive, proposal number P21.2536.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Lena Guzman. Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have also from Miracle Soil Management for 4020 Vernon and 4721 Alexander. And this is at an amount of 11,730. Is design and procurement, daily oversight of air monitoring, all exclusive labor and equipment. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
So what exactly is this for? Is this to, prevent from any additional encroachment of environmental issues, or?
This is for the preparation of the procurement stuff for 420, 4721, and for
So like the daily oversight air monitoring and stuff is to verify what the condition is?
Right, so it's for design and procurement. We may not need the second part because we're reaching out to the EPA to come out and do that.
Okay.
And hopefully we could get them to come back and remove that soil on those sites at no cost to the city. That's our goal.
yeah.
Okay.
But I like to be able to have it just
Of
in
course.
case.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the soil management at 420 Vernon and 4721 Alexander.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Lena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Phase 2 environmental site assessment for 2001 Franklin Street. And this would be
$17,604.
okay, you're right, 17,604. James, when you speak, can you please lower your mask? So,
Sure.
thank you very much.
Sorry.
Okay, any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Phase 2 environmental site assessment for 2001 Franklin Street.
So
An
moved.
amount of $17,604.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Lena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Phase 2 environmental site assessment for 4001 Alexander. And this is an amount of $11,966.
996.
Oh, okay,
This says
11,966.
966.
Yeah, it does.
966.
Oh, sorry.
Ah,
I'm
try to catch me, huh?
James.
Okay. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
Okay, there be no further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve Phase 2 environmental site assessment for 4001 Alexander, proposal number P21.2554, in the amount of $11,966.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Lena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Phase 2 environmental site assessment for 3635 through 47 Michigan Avenue, and 3624 through 26 Euclid, in the amount of $19,081. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the Phase 2 environmental site assessment for 3635 through 47 Michigan Avenue, 3624 through 26 Euclid Avenue, proposal number P21.2549.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have,
Thank you. I'll
Thank
get that
you.
revision for you to look for tomorrow.
okay. Next we have Greater Indiana Title Company from Building Department. This is from the Building Department. Greater Indiana Title has been asked by Attorney Kevin Smith to prepare title searches on properties for demolition purposes. Scope of work, prepare title searches and provide all underlying documents. Cost, $150 per parcel number for residential, $250 per parcel number for commercial. Any questions or comments on this proposal from Greater Indiana Title Company?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve from the Building Department proposal from Greater Indiana Title Company, their costs for providing title work for residential and commercial.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from Multimedia. Steve Segura could not attend the meeting, but he did send information to the board. I cannot attend tonight's board meeting. Here's the information about our contract. The contract for Lamar is basically up for renewal. So this is an annual contract. I believe it's gone up from $20,880 to $22,760 due to paper costs and material. This will be used for all our upcoming events for 2022. We have a full schedule of events planned once again. And these are different locations of billboards and such. And if you'll notice, they're within the city and outside the city. I think last year, I don't think we used too much of this PO because of the COVID.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we're going to be able to do. I think Steve told me they had plans that they might have some events, but I see the spike is going up again, so. But they just want to be prepared.
So Val, I'm sorry, I should wait till you ask
Yeah.
if there's any questions.
Pardon me?
I said I should wait till you ask if there's any questions.
Oh, okay. Any
I
questions or,
apologize.
any questions or comments?
Yes, I just want to make sure that, so the total cost is $22,900? Is that what I'm
Yeah,
looking at?
that's what I'm seeing. Or is it 22,750?
Let me go to the
How
last
much is it?
page. I have 22,900.
Yeah, on
I'm
page
going by Lamar's own
Yeah,
invoice.
that's what
Perfect, okay.
I heard you say something else, that's why I wanted just to clarify that. Okay.
Yep, good.
Yeah, because I was reading from Steve's
Yeah,
email, but I'm looking at Lamar's, so I'd rather go with the highest in case that's probably the cost, so. Okay. No further questions or comments?
no.
There be no further questions or comments, or a motion to approve Lamar's proposal with multimedia in the amount of $22,900.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Next we have a professional service contract agreement with Anthony Cerna. This is the contract where he will manage Block Stadium. Agreement is made this 13th day of December 2021, effective upon its execution by and between the City of Chicago, acting by and through its Board of Public Safety. Anthony Stern is a consultant. He'll report to the Park Department. Compensation consultant, City shall pay the consultant amount of $25 per hour, not to exceed 30 hours per week. And the agreement is for 1 year. Terminates December 31st, 2022. The only reason I mention that, because there was some question that it was going to be a multi-year agreement. Yeah, but I did check with Attorney Allegretti, and he conferred with the mayor's office, and they said, even though there was some discussion, the mayor decided on 1 year. Any questions or comments on this consulting agreement?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve the professional service consulting agreement with Anthony Serna and the City of Chicago in conjunction with the Park Department.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 2021-88, the Homeowners Incentive Program. This is from Redevelopment. And we also have the contract. Resolution 2021-88, Resolution Chicago Board of Public Works regarding the contract with the East Chicago Redevelopment Commission regarding the city-funded Homeowners Incentive Program for 2022. Whereas the City of Chicago has need for certain services which are provided by boards, commission, authorities, or other entities in order to ensure the efficient operation of the city and to provide for health and safety of its residents. And whereas the City of Chicago Redevelopment Commission has successfully administered a city-funded homeowners incentive program on behalf of the City of Chicago for many years. And whereas the City of Chicago and East Chicago Redevelopment Commission desire to continue the agreement which provides for the Redevelopment Commission management and oversight of the program for the year 2022 from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2022. And whereas the City of Chicago Redevelopment Commission agreed to continue the contractual relationship under the terms outlined in the 2021 agreement, which is attached here too, and incorporated herein. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Public Works and the City of Chicago that the Board hereby approves the agreement between the City of Chicago and the Chicago Redevelopment Commission for the city-funded homeowners incentive program, which is attached here too for the year 2022 for an amount not to exceed $500,000. Are there any questions or comments on the resolution or the attached homeowner incentive program contract?
Did they mention if there was any changes from the previous?
I spoke with our Commissioner of Redevelopment, our Director. He said it's basically the same, even the amount. The terms are all the same. And he also said that they would, if they haven't already, be taking this identical resolution and contract to their board.
Okay. I've got nothing further.
We know?
No. No, it's fine.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2021-88 for concerning the homeowners incentive program with redevelopment.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have 5 Points Patch Management Professional Services from IT. We have from IT Director, I'm asking the board to consider approval of the patch, the Manager Fiber Management Software. The pricing is for a 1-year license of software. The funds for the software purchase have been secured from IT Department appropriate funds. The cost of the software for 1 year is $12,800. Now, Kevin Klosak, our IT Director, was able to attend the meeting. He says this is an annual proposal that is part of doing business, that we've been doing this for several years with the same company. It's a little technical for me, but do you have any questions or comments? But it's basically for the software.
Mm-hmm. No, I've got nothing.
No.
Weena?
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to approve the Patch Manager Fiber Management Software for ID Department, in the amount of $12,800 for the year 2022.
So moved.
Second.
12,880.
Oh, 12,800.
Yeah, Kevin left out the 80 in his letter.
So moved.
Okay. Thank you, Olga. So move, second?
Yes.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, also from IT, we have the line, let's see, first we have the Landmark Sign Group. Per Kevin's email, Landmark Sign Group special event sign at Grand Boulevard, 144th Street. Landmark Sign Group will be constructing a sign with an LED message board at the intersection of Grand Boulevard and 144th Street. This sign will replace the existing stationary sign at the same location. Landmark Signs is a proprietary vendor that the city has been working with to provide Watchfire LED display signs and also construct the actual signs as well. I am asking the board to consider approving this agreement for the amount of $39,942.94. These funds have been secured with a $20,000 grant to special events from the South Shore Convention and the balance from IT appropriated funds. Preparatory, okay. Sorry for that. Any questions or comments on the Landmark Sign Group proposal?
So it sounds like he's replacing one that's existing at the same location. I would just only mention or ask that you verify with planning or engineering if it is at a somewhat different location to make sure there's no issues with the proposed location.
Yes, there, can I just note that there is a wood sign that's standing there. It's right by the hospital there.
Yep.
So you're familiar with that? Okay.
Okay, on the motion then, are there any questions or comments?
No.
No, I'm
Okay,
familiar with
then
the project.
entertain a motion to approve the Landmark Sign Group sign from IT in the amount of $39,942.94 with one condition that Mr. Klosak contact the planning department to inquire make sure the sign meets all the regulations on, we do have a sign ordinance, I believe, right, also?
That is correct. This is Public Works or a project, so some of that may not apply. Just want to make sure that there is no.
Just to make sure he covers everything.
Absolutely.
So, can I have I'd like
So
to entertain a motion, so moved.
Second.
Roll call,
Val Gomez.
yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have, let's see, where do I have this? Midwest Electric. Let's see, where's Midwest Electric Service for sign at Grand Boulevard and 144th Street. So, okay. This Midwest Electric will be installing the necessary electrical service for the sign to be constructed by Landmark at Grand 144th Street. Midwest Electric's proposal is based on their exiting the rate schedule. Midwest Electric has also provided these services for previous display signs that Landmark has constructed throughout the city. I'm asking the board to consider approving this agreement for the amount of $5,400. These funds have been secured with IT funds and are available from existing appropriations. So this is related to the one we just passed with Landmark, and they'll be doing the hookup. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
We know?
No.
No? There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve Midwest Electric's proposal for Grand Boulevard and 144th Street in the amount of $5,400.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from Vigilant, also for IT, Vigilant LP cameras at 3 intersection locations throughout the city. Per Kevin Klosak, Vigilant will be providing RPR cameras at 3 intersection locations throughout the city. Vigilant is a proprietary vendor for the hardware being purchased. They also are currently the contracted vendor for the database access that the cameras will be communicating with. I am asking the board to consider approving this agreement, the amount of $95,818. These funds have been secured with IT funds that are available from existing appropriations. Any questions or comments? I believe these are the license readers, these cameras that,
Yeah, that's the company that they referred to the last time. Yeah, I've got no questions.
we know?
No, that's a nice discount.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve IT's request with Vigilant Solutions for cameras at for 3 LPR cameras at 3 intersection locations in the amount of $95,818.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have with Midwest Electric and Network Services at 3 intersection locations throughout the city. Midwest Electric will be installing the LP cameras as well as any electrical and fiber service needed for the 3 intersection locations. The Vigilant LPR cameras will be installed. Midwestern Electric's proposal is based on their existing approval rate schedule. Midwest Electric has also provided these services for the previous LPR cameras that have been installed throughout the city. I am asking the board to approve considering this proposal. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, turn to a motion to approve Midwest Electric's proposal for the network services at 3 locations throughout the city.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman. Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from HDW, this is from Fire. This is their, I think we entertained this, part of this before. This is where they're redoing their furniture for their different areas in their, at Central Station. The final amount will be $34,938.52. The proposal has the different locations, the different types of equipment. It is from chairs, tables, lockers, credenzas, storage cabinets.
So,
Okay, let's see, this 31. And it is divided by sections. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
so is that the total amount? Because the first one
Yeah, I
shows
think, as a matter of fact,
19,
I think
3-1.
there are 3 or 4. So one, there are 4 proposals. I was trying to see if there was a total.
If there's a total for all of them combined, or if we have to read them all separate.
No, I think I have to read them all separate.
Yeah, it looks like
No, thank you for pointing that out.
welcome.
Okay, the first one,
It's 19,000.
19,031.54 cents. The second one is $34,938.52. Third one is $31,978. And the final one is $18,659.71. Okay, any questions or comments on these proposals?
No, is all this going to be, at the
Okay.
Central Fire Station?
Sounds like it's at their different locations, is why they're different proposals.
Okay, Olga just reminded me, the last two we already approved. They just brought them before us because they changed the prices. There are some changes in the pricing. I think due to the COVID, things are back ordered, and we've all heard about stories about shortages and all that, and
So do we need to approve the first two and then ratify the changes to the second?
I think we'll just keep it the way it is, so then we have the prices, the adjusted prices, and the two new, the ones that weren't approved, so we covered everything with, Irene, everything.
I've got
So I
no
entertain a
questions.
motion to approve
Yep.
all HDW's proposals with the fire departments for their replacement of all their office furniture and cabinets.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Lena Guzman,
yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have from the police department, we have their proposal from the Indiana State Department of Toxicology. And we have from the chief. Let's see, this is request for State of Indiana maintenance agreement needed for evidentiary breath test instrument located in the detention area. This instrument detects intoxication and collects data into a database. This agreement is mandated by the State of Indiana. The amount of this agreement is $650. This is an annual cost of doing business with the state. Are there any questions or comments on their first proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further question or comment on the motion, we approve the Indiana State Department of Toxicology proposal with the Chicago Police Department in the amount of $650.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Lena Guzman,
yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have, from the police department, we have their agreement for Cesar Perez to be the ECPD's fleet coordinator. And we have his contract. I believe this is a contract he had before, where he will basically be in charge of keeping all the records dealing with all the police vehicles. That'll include weekly vehicle inspections, emergency equipment upgrades, doing reports on accidents, compiling a folder. He'll work with the law department on any accidents, advise on recalls, organize all their police titles and duplicate titles and anything that is lost, advise on any repairs that might fall under warranties, and he will be assigned through the deputy chief. And he has his qualifications. Contract agreement is for the year 2022, sum of $18,000, not to exceed $18,000, to be paid out at $1,500 per month. Any questions or comments on this ECPD request for fleet coordinator?
So, does this stipulate that he has to keep the separate files per each of the vehicles? Because I believe that was one of the issues that we've had in the past, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Because I know it says like have the list of make, model, and year, but
Mhm.
so I don't know if we want to possibly add that as something in a possible motion
I
or
think
not.
this is kind of what we passed the other day where Carla mentioned that they're putting this request through to all the any vendor that works on vehicles. They're asking them to keep a detailed folder on every vehicle.
Okay.
And I believe because the police department where Mr. Perez did all this for them before.
Yep.
That's why they're picking him. He's more familiar with their vehicles. Any other questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve from the police department their contract for ECPD fleet coordinator with Cesar Perez.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have, from the police department, their agreement with Luke Oil for vehicle washes. And I believe the agreement is the same like with the other city vehicles where it's $4 per wash, discounted rate of $4 per wash. Are there any questions or comments on this agreement with,
No.
with Luke Oil? There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Luke Oil's agreement with the police department for washing their vehicles for 2022 at an amount of $4 per vehicle.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, lastly, with the police department, we have their annual consulting contract with Northwest Psychological Services. These services are provided at a rate of $100 per hour, not to exceed $8,000. This is an annual contract they do, and this provides psychological services as needed by any officer on the police department. Any questions or comments?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the consulting contract with Northwest Psychological Services and the Chicago Police Department.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have the bug guy from City Hall. This is from the Controller's Office. This is their annual pest control service agreement. This covers insect, mice, roaches. Annual agreement charge is $1,440. Monthly quarterly payments of $120. Any questions or comments? And this is for City Hall.
And the mayor's office, right?
Yes.
Okay. No questions.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the Bug Guy City Hall contract with City Hall.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen. Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have also from the Controller's Office, EC credit card payments. This from the Controller's Office. Our senior accountant, Alicia Savis, mentioned these are credit card payments which she believes are uncollectible. I think some are from water and some for different locations. And there's various reasons that I guess the people there we can't contact them anymore. I think we
Okay, yeah,
tried,
those are-
or they left the area.
are-
So once we do this, we'll submit it to the state that these are uncollectible, and we'll be able to write them off our books. It's an accounting procedure, just to clear our books.
yeah.
Okay.
Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve from the Controller's Office the EC credit card payments which were declared uncollectible, which giving the Controller's Office approval to write them off and submit to the state that these are no longer collectible.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have outstanding invoices. We have, first invoice is from Balance Holdings from the Park Department. This is an invoice dated 7/29/2021, amount of $3,200. The reason given, Parks and Rec just received a notice. I want to make note for this one and the other one, I'm going to suggest that they also send it to the park board, because we receive them, and usually we don't receive late invoices for park department or any other department that has their own board.
Yes.
So, but just in case there's a reason, it's a part, it might be because of the funding, I just don't want to let it go by, so. So that's for this one from Balance Holdings, and the other one is from Ace Exterminating Company. They have, Park Department has a late invoice 9/17/2020, the amount of $60. So for these two invoices, I'd like to entertain a motion, we approve them with the suggestion that they also go to the park board.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have an outstanding invoice from Public Works from Cintas. We have two invoices, one dated 8/11/2021 and one dated 9/29/2021, for a total of $188. The explanation, Public Works took over Cintas payments recently for the police department. These invoices were sent to our department as past due.
Did you do that Nice engineering one?
Pardon me?
Did you do Nice?
Let's see, I have them out of order. Okay, let me get back to Nice's.
Fine.
I went out of order, but I will do Cintas right now. Any questions or comments on Cintas with Board of Public Works? I mean, not Board, Public Works Department.
No.
No.
Okay, there be no further questions or comments. Entertain a motion to approve Cintas late invoice with Public Works in the amount of $198,000.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, let me go back to, skip Nice Engineering. This is with our engineering department. They have one invoice dated 4/5/2021, the amount of $1,802. Description, the invoice was received late, services have been rendered, and the invoice should be processed. This is from engineering department. Any questions or comments on this late invoice from Nice Engineering?
No.
There be no further questions or comments. Entertain a motion to approve Nice Engineering's late invoice in the amount of $1,802.
So
For
moved.
2 cents.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Next we have quite a bit of 2022 rate schedules. So for 2022, we have rate schedule for the following companies, and these are all for Public Works. We have Midwest Electric, Hernandez Electrical, Mechanical Concepts, Altifer Power Systems, NU Creations Construction, CAM Tree Service, Precision Control System Incorporated, Cremation Systems, Trepster Sales and Service and Rental, Pest Control Agreement. And these are all with Public Works, and these are the 2022 rate schedules from January 1st to December 31st. Any questions or comments on these rate schedules?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve the aforementioned rate schedules with Public Works for the year 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have Hassey Construction. We have a revised substantial completion date. This is from Engineering Department. This is for the Magoon Reconstruction Project, substantial completion date. We have from Hassey Construction Company Incorporated, has received a notice to proceed for the Magoon Street Reconstruction Project. During the review of this NTP, it was found that the substantial completion date is shown to be as to be determined, even though having no substantial completion date is a benefit to HCCI. We feel that establishing a date is ultimately in the best interest of the city. The project, and us. At today's pre-construction meeting, HCCI proposed a schedule of construction that results in a substantial completion date of 12/31/2023 to the agreement of city attendees. As you and I have discussed earlier this week, HCC will cross out the TBD date and write in December 31st, 2023. Date on the notice to proceed, insurance bonds, and signed documents will be returned to the city ASAP. Very truly yours, Hassey Construction. So basically, when we approved it before, the date was just to be determined, and now they're establishing a date. So for the record, the date will be 12/31/2023. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
Okay, and the proposal number is 21345, and it's with our engineering department. There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Hassey's Lagoon Reconstruction Project completion date proposal. Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman,
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have also from Hassey, we have change order number 29. This is City of Chicago, Indiana, Guthrie Street Reconstruction Project, change order 29. Balancing change order. This is for the Guthrie Street from Michigan to Klein. This results in a deduction to the contract. It's a deduction of $821,445.14. So it's a balancing of quantities. That's the reason. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
And it is a deduction, so. No further questions or comments?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, entertain approval from Hassey and also from Robson Engineering for change order number 29, which is resulting in a deduction to the City of Chicago Guthrie Street Reconstruction Project of $821,445.14.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman,
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from professional service agreement for 2022 from Fisher and Associates, court reporters. Let's see, professional service agreement is made and entered into this. This is for starting 1st of January 2022 till 31st day of December 2022. By the City of Chicago Public Works, Public Safety, Economic Development Commission, Plan Commission, Board of Zoning Appeals. So those city departments. And visitor will provide transcript services for all regular and special meetings and Chicago meetings for these entities mentioned above. And it does have the price per page and additionals. Any questions or comments on this?
No.
No.
There be no further question or comments, entertain a motion to approve the professional service agreement for 2022 with Fisher and Associates Court Reporters.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
Rena Guzman,
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have right-of-way applications. We have right-of-way application number 21-04052 through 21-04056. Any questions or comments on these Board of Public Works permit applications?
No.
There being no further questions, entertain a motion to approve the aforementioned Board of Public Works permit applications.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from CXX Transportation Facility Encroachment Agreement. This is for Engineering Department. This agreement is made and effective as of December 2nd, 2021, by and between CSX Transportation, a Virginia corporation, and the City of Chicago Municipal Corporation, political subdivision, or state agency under state of Indiana, And this is, I guess, for encroachment on their property. On here has the licensee shall pay the licensor a one-time non-refundable encroachment fee of $1,000 upon execution of this agreement. Licensee agrees that the encroachment fee applies only to the original licensee under this agreement. And let's see where this,
You see where it describes where this location is?
where it has number one, 112-inch diameter subgrade pipeline crossing slowly for conveyance of water located at near Chicago, well, it says East Chicago.
Oh, this is line 2, okay.
You see anything more in detail in there, or?
No, I mean, it just has the description from
Yeah, it has
longitude,
112
longitude. There
inch
is no
and
like
one-
legal description as to how much an encroachment there is.
Yeah, it has one 12-inch and one existing 8-inch diameter pipeline crossing. So apparently it must cross near the CXX rail line, but where?
It was work done with CSX, both Klein Avenue, I believe the water department.
4506 Klein Avenue.
So, do you have more information about this?
It has an address on Klein Avenue.
Mm-hmm. That's
It
the
does have an address on Klein Avenue?
This is for Indianapolis Boulevard project. Here is involved federal money. And every time we are going to cross the railroad for sewer or water, we have to pay for them because they say the 100 years ago or more, they own all property around all United States. All people who want to bother to him have to pay one permit.
So it's
So we don't have avoid this.
so it's
Now
out.
we are going to cross here in the railroad with a water pipe and a sewer pipe. That's for that can we request a permit for them. We have to pay $1,000.
Okay, so
But
it's,
really, it's not a big deal. It says we have to pay 1,000,
Yeah,
but we have to pay.
so it's solely right here for Indianapolis Boulevard?
Yeah.
And it's outside of the right of way. You're
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
access local through their property. Okay.
Yeah, it's in their property.
And this is correct in your eyes?
Yeah,
You have no
yeah.
issue? Okay.
Okay.
I've got nothing.
Any other questions or comments?
no.
Entertain a motion to approve the facility encroachment agreement between CSX and the City of East Chicago in the amount of $1,000, one-time non-refundable encroachment fee. And if we can get just a little, maybe attachment where it has a location, Olga, that it's for Indianapolis Boulevard? Something, so we, in case anybody asks, at least we'll have it on there. Because I don't see it anywhere on here.
It says latitude, longitude.
Oh, so, okay, well, in case anybody doesn't know what that is.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So moved.
I don't know if Mr. Julio understood that.
I think Olga kind of
Okay,
said she
okay.
would. Okay,
Second.
roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, we return to the Roxana Sewer Project. We had notice of award, contract notice to proceed. Do you want to make a recommendation, or,
Yeah, we have to talk to about this because the contractor have a misunderstanding in this. Scott is going to explain.
okay,
First of all, the contract prices are good and they're reasonable, below the engineer's estimate. Our original engineer's estimate was approximately 3.5 million. This work proposed was a total of 2,678,152.75. Of the contract, the first part of it was to do sanitary sewer linings, so that was phase one in the most problematic areas in the Roxana neighborhood. So a bid alternate was also on to do the storm sewer. So the base bid was $1,991,655, and then the alternate for the storm sewer was $1,686,497.75. What the contractor did on page 3 was write the award criteria line off of that base bid of 1 million. That would be the minimum award criteria off the original base bid, and not the total contract. We would make a recommendation that the contract be awarded for the base bid plus the alternate at $2,678,152.75. We have printed up a contract agreement, but the contractor did not submit this with the original bid proposal. He only, so we would have to, if you did award this, would have to send this back, but with the contingency that the contract be awarded based upon their signature, and then award the notice of award, notice proceed at a later date. The rest of the contract, on a contractual standpoint, is all right, but they have some misunderstandings in that.
So right now, we just want to approve the contract at the base bid and plus the additional?
Base bid plus the additional. We
And the
have
base,
that
and the
filled
base
out.
bid was how much?
The base bid was $1,991,655,
Okay.
and the alternate for bid one was $686,497.
Can I have that again, 600 what?
686,497.75. I apologize.
686, 686,
497.75, sir.
okay, 68647,
497.75
497.75, okay.
for a total of 2,678,152.75. They did not include a signed contract agreement, and we would recommend that the city sign that with the contingency that the contractor sign that tomorrow and get this complete. And if we can do that via electronic signature, that would be preferable.
Okay, so right now, we're just going to put the contract then, and the notice to proceed will be for later?
Right, we would award the notice to proceed and the notice of award and get that filled out at a later time. I don't have that in the contract documents. They did not submit that.
So the base bid is around 1.1 million, and then the alternate is almost 700,000. But
yeah,
we
the
got
base-
to 2.6 million.
Yes.
Where's that other numbers coming from?
The base bid is 1.9.
Oh, 1.9.
Yeah,
Okay.
1.991.
991.
And then the alternate is 686,000.
Okay.
So,
That's what happens when you sneeze. You hear it.
Yeah,
and when I'm talking with a mask, my apologies.
No
So,
worries. Okay.
Now, Mr. Marshall, can we approve the contract and then also in the motion give the board president authority to sign the notice to proceed at a later date when they get the paperwork?
Is your thought of proceeding within a month or two, or a longer period?
yeah, by the time they order materials, they would probably proceed, if the weather is permitting, in February. And their completion date was pretty good. They had their completion date in October 31st. So that was also favorable. The contract prices are good. This is a big company, and they've done a lot of it. So the only alternate would be to throw it out and rebid.
Okay. But like you said, it's a good price.
It's a good price.
Yeah.
It's better than we expected.
But I believe you can go ahead.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, then entertain a motion to approve the Roxana Sewer Project. The name of the company was National
Power Routing.
Power, with the recommendation for National Power Routing. Correct me if I'm wrong, the amount for the base bid was $1,991,065, with the alternate was $686,497?
It was,
no, Val.
Still got it wrong?
well, yeah, can I just bring
You
this
read
up?
it, okay.
Okay,
Amounts?
the amounts for the base bid was $1,991,655.00.
Oh, okay.
The award criteria amount, based on that original base bid, after you do all the calculations, is $1,960,985, and that's what Julio read at the opening.
Okay.
But, so it's based on that part, but since we have the budget to do the storm sewer, we would recommend we do both the base bid plus the alternate
Okay,
at $2,678,152.75.
okay, so the motion will be with these figures, and also, in the motion, I'd like to add granting the board president approval to sign the notice of award and notice to proceed when they become available. So we're approving the contract and the amounts of the recommended vendor, who happens to be National
Power
Power
routing.
Routing. Okay,
Okay, very good.
So moved.
second,
Second?
roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay. Now, that concludes our new business. On other business, I'd like to bring up, it isn't, we didn't type in an agenda, but I think I've discussed it with all the board members on, it concerns Resolution 2021-84, and it was approved by the board on the 27th of September. And it concerns a resolution of East Chicago Board of Public Works approving an agreement with Gerard Turner for consulting service. And this was basically supposed to be like an interlocal agreement between housing and the city of East Chicago, where we each pay a salary for his services, which each entity would pay $72,000. We tabled this in July, this exact ordinance. There are some changes in the resolution, and our issue in July was that, I had my notes from that meeting, that apart from the mention of the city of East Chicago at the beginning, there's no other mention of East Chicago in the entire agreement. There is no mention of Mr. Turner in the agreement. It didn't say anything about who he reports to. The resolution had, the original one had different things from the one we approved, but at the original meeting, I had spoken with our chief of staff and with city attorney Carla Morgan. They were going to provide us with what we were requesting, and also one, and in the minutes, there was a flaw, because this agreement had, on the signature page, Housing Authority of South Bend. So there were a lot of issues with the agreement, and I spoke to Attorney Allegretti and Attorney Morgan, and I told them I'd be more comfortable if there was an interlocal agreement instead of, which I believe, this almost seems like the agreement between him and housing, not with us, and they almost just inserted City of Chicago. Like I said, in the first one, there's no mention of all about the City of Chicago. It's all East Chicago housing. We're not even mentioned anymore. We're not even on the signature page, so none of the things we asked for in the first time we tabled it were provided. So I would like to rescind our approval of Resolution 2021-84 until we get the information like we asked for in the first meeting. I did speak with our Chief of Staff, Ms. Favela, and before this meeting, and I explained she agreed, and she's going to speak with Attorney Allegretti and with Carla also. I told her as it stands. And the reason it came to light was this gentleman started invoicing us. He actually sent invoices to redevelopment, and the invoices started in June. I don't know why, we couldn't pay invoices in June anyway, because the agreement wasn't signed until September, and they go all the way to November. If everything was done correctly, we could possibly pay the October and November ones, but none of the other ones. And he's already at $40,000, and we have no idea what he did. We have no, information on it. So I'd like to make a motion that we rescind our previous action on Resolution 2021-84, which we passed on 27th of September 2021.
So moved.
Any questions,
Second.
Mr. Marshall? Anything you'd like to add? Or?
Submit any kind of time sheets to?
No. And I did speak with redevelopment, and our redevelopment director had no idea why he sent these invoices to him. And the invoices actually come from housing. There's no detail at all. It just has an amount. That's it. So I entertain a motion, yeah. So I entertain a motion, and except for the resolution where it mentions his name is not even mentioned on the agreement. So I'd like to entertain a motion that we rescind Resolution 2021-84 till we can get the information we had requested from the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman. Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, that concludes any items we had in other business. Our next regular meeting will be December 27, 2021 at 4:30 PM. As it looks right now, we don't have anything serious, so we might not have this meeting, but we'll keep you informed. I think there's one thing that HR wants us to look into, maybe pass it, it deals with OSHA. I think we're in violation of our safety instruction and training,
Yes.
and we might have to have a special meeting just for that one item. But in case, unless there's some other major items, and we'll keep you informed, I think this might be our last meeting for the year, depending on that, because I think nothing serious has come up, right, Olga?
Right.
Okay, so we'll
That
keep you
sounds good.
informed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That concludes our items on the agenda. Entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Safety, December 13th, 2021. We will follow the agenda we have in front of us. May we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. May we have the roll call, please?
Milton Reed.
Here.
Richard Chemzinski.
Here.
Thomas Davis.
Here.
Is there an approval for the regular meeting minutes on November 22nd, 2021?
I make a motion.
I second.
It's been moved and probably second. Are there any questions?
None.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on our agenda is correspondence. There is none. New business. Is there a motion to accept the fire department reports for November 2021?
I make a motion.
I second it.
Are there any questions?
None.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 2021-32, 3837 Guthrie and release of lien?
I make a motion.
I second it.
It's been moved and probably second. Are there any questions?
I have none.
Any questions? Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We will now have the building department report.
You all are very quick. I wasn't, didn't think you'd get through that fast. All right, thank you, Mr. President and Board. We are here for some new demolitions. If I could approach, I do have for the Board, as we usually do, a binder with the photos.
Sure. Thank you.
Mr. President, if you'd like, I can review each of these. We did have 3 people present. As I move through, I'll let you know who those were and what the status of those are.
Okay, great.
The first property is 532 West 142nd Street, rear structure only. The owner is listed as a Mr. Martin Cunningham. As you can see, Mr. President, the photos show the roof is in disrepair, windows are open, and bricks need tuck pointing. No one has appeared. We do have good service, and we would request on this property that the order be entered as presented. The next matter is 1222 Beacon Street, front and garage. Mr. Hernandez, Sergio Hernandez, who is the owner, was here today. The photos do show the roof is in disrepair, the windows are boarded up, and the siding on the garage is also in disrepair. On this property, we are going to request that the board enter the order. And Mr. Hernandez has indicated to Mr. Portalatin that he is going to get an inspection, and hopefully we'll have a rehab agreement before the board at some point in the future. We are also would request a status date on that property for February 28th.
Okay.
3727 Elm Street, the owner is listed as Yvonne Gonzalez. As the board can see, this is a 2-story brick structure, missing bricks, no handrails on the stairs, broken stairs, holes in the exterior walls, and a roof in disrepair. No one appeared. We'd request that the board enter the order as presented.
Okay.
Next matter is 3916 Evergreen. This is owned by a LLC called Lake Porter Housing Partners. This property is also, as you can see, in disrepair, including soffit fascia and gutters missing or in disrepair, no handrails and broken windows. No one appears. We'd request that the board enter this matter as enter the order of demolition as presented. 3510 Hemlock, front and garage. Mr. Leonel Alberto Morales was here. I'm happy to report that Mr. Morales has already pulled permits, and for that matter, we are not requesting an order be entered, but that this matter be set for status on February 28th. 3921 Melville Avenue, property owned by Mary Louise Mills. As the board can see, this structure has a roof in disrepair, missing bricks, tuck pointing needed, downspouts are missing, stairs are in disrepair, and some windows are boarded up. No one appeared. We would request that the board enter this order as presented. 4720 Railroad Avenue. This is a property owned by the East Chicago Housing Authority. Mr. Harris was present earlier. We've discussed with him the fact he's waiting for a word back from HUD, but we have agreed to enter that order and set this matter for status on February 28th. 417 Spring Street. This is a property owned by a Mr. Rafael Bahar. This property is in disrepair with boarded up windows, cracks in the stucco, and debris on the side of the structure. No one has appeared, and we would request that the enter be ordered as presented. 4224 Weg Avenue. Ms. Maria Ruiz was out in the hallway and spoke to Mr. Portalatin. She has pulled several permits, and by the building commissioner and inspector's request, there will not be an order requested to be entered by this board, and we would rather set this matter for status on February 28th. That concludes the report. We would request the board take action as requested by the building commissioner, and that the orders that are entered are based upon the evidence presented to the board, and that we do have proof of both of notice and posting, both certified and regular mail and posting on the properties.
Thank you. May we have a motion to accept the recommendation of the building department as reported?
I second the motion.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Are there any questions?
I have none.
Okay, hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. There's no audience for participation. Our next meeting will be Monday, December 27th at 6 p.m., and we will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, meeting is adjourned.